Hi everyone, my name is Ron Barranco of Micro Estimating Systems. Microestimating is a 40-year-old machine shop estimation software. Today we're going to show you our new product called ShouldCost DEEP. Let's get started. You simply will drag and drop a dumb solid into the platform. It's now going to feature recognition, find all the features, and also develop all of these toolpaths you see popping up. Very quickly, we've recognized the features, and we have two setups. This part has two sides. I'm noting a couple of issues that maybe a client should have addressed before he sent us these files. Namely, I know this client wants this material to be aluminum 6061. The second thing is I'm noticing there's no machine stock. So let's keep that in mind as we go through this system. So the first setup, it's showing this more complex side. You can see there's a lot of material be removed here. So you're seeing all the actual tool paths. Also keep in mind that this tooling strategy is something that can be developed by you. For example, maybe you like to rough finish, or rough and two finish passes. These are strategies to help you determine your process and your machining process. Everybody's a little different, and all of these are questions that you already have set up with any COM and CAM system, because that's exactly what this is. This is a CAM system that helps us to identify the features and the tool paths. So again, we have two setups. This is the other side. So basically this simple. If we wanted to know the cost of this part now, we would simply package this CAM data. It's choosing tools in your own tooling library. It's on a specific machine that you have set as default. Again, at this point, though, it doesn't really matter about this material. I'll show you later. However, you can choose, that you have a 4-axis, a 5-axis. Maybe this part wouldn't apply, but you might have a mill turn part. But we're going to leave this at just our default 3-axis machining. Pretty much the way you'd want to do this part. So again, we packaged. Now we simply want to quote. Logging into our online platform, which is where our quoting is to be done. Now, you've heard the terms quoting, 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 and our competitors, that's what they boast. But quoting is the easy part. Estimating is not the easy part. I'll show you the online platform. I've yet to log in today. I'll now show you the online platform. This particular part data has been pulled over to our cloud software. We have choices here. If you don't want to pull over a 3D file, which is the only real, intellectual property of the client, if you don't want to pull that over, we could do that. We can ask to not pull over this stereolithography STL file. As you can see, we have a setup time in here and a runtime. But again, I think I noted that it's probably not steel. So let's put the proper material in there. I know this client, according to his little attached spreadsheet, spec sheet, says that it's 6061. Something we don't have yet is the materials prices, but let's get that. Noting roughly the part sizes, say 6 by 4 here. we know that there is no material size of that. So let's find one that's stock, the next size up, and use that. When we find a existing stock out there via one of our online material suppliers, we find that we can get this material that size, roughly 6x4, from this vendor. So let's just choose this. And when we do, you notice it pulls the price over there as the cost for one part. We probably want 10 parts. Not looking over at the spec drawing, I'm assuming it's 10, 50, and something else. So now what we have is setup time, we have run time in aluminum, and we now have the material prices for 10 parts. Next, you'll probably want to actually quote this part by a printed quote. So all you do for that is hit the print quote button. I won't print this out to save time, but you get the point. What we would like you to do next is choose the next videos to see how these prices are derived, or you can go straight into watching a video of how to quote and more specifically, more importantly, estimate for true costs from a 2D drawing.